Number 10. Subaru Leone 1400 RX. At first glance, it looked like a simple 1970s family box. Square, sensible, and almost too polite to make noise. The kind of coupe you'd expect to see delivering groceries, not hunting down rally stages. But the Subaru Leone 1400 RX hid something rare for its era. Early Japanese all-wheel drive. Its 1.4-liter flat-4 produced around 80 horsepower and 76 pound-feet of torque, giving it far more grip than its rivals ever expected. It reached 0 to 60 miles per hour in about 13 seconds, and top speed hovered around 93 miles per hour. As Subaru pushed it into rough terrain rallies, its traction advantage quickly became obvious. That success, combined with tightening emissions rules and new safety regulations of the 1970s, led many markets to restrict or block RX imports altogether. Today, the 1400 RX is rare, and in many regions, illegal to import without major compliance work. But for those who know its story, it remains a forgotten pioneer, the humble Subaru that quietly shaped the future of AWD performance. Number 9. Toyota Corona 2000 GT RT104. It looked like a sensible 1970s family sedan. Plain, upright, and almost too polite to ever be called fast. The kind of car you'd expect to blend quietly into traffic. But the Toyota Corona 2000 GT hit a surprisingly lively heart. A 2-liter inline-4 producing about 140 horsepower and 130 pound-feet of torque. It reached 0 to 60 miles per hour in roughly 10.5 seconds, and top speed was around 115 miles per hour. Not supercar numbers, but paired with a lighter chassis, dual carburetors, and rear-wheel drive, it gave the Corona a sharpness no one expected. Drivers called it a gentleman's sleeper, calm on the outside, eager underneath. As emissions rules tightened in the late 1970s, the 2000 GT's carbureted setup failed to meet new standards in several regions. Import restrictions, safety updates, and certification hurdles soon followed, quietly pushing this model off many markets' approved lists. It had its flaws: thirsty fuel use, stiff ride, and tuning that needed regular attention. But it still delivered a refined balance of comfort and spirited driving. Today, the Corona 2000 GT remains a forgotten sleeper, a clean, conservative sedan that carried more attitude than its looks ever admitted. Number 8. Toyota Crown MS75 2.8. It looked like a luxury cruiser from the 1970s. Big chrome, long body, soft lines. Nothing about it suggested speed. It seemed built for comfort, not for bending rules. But the Toyota Crown MS75 2.8 carried a surprisingly strong engine for its class. A 2.8-liter inline-6 producing around 145 horsepower and 150 pound-feet of torque. It reached 0 to 60 miles per hour in roughly 11 seconds, and top speed was around 118 miles per hour. For a heavy luxury sedan of its era, those numbers were quietly impressive. Its smooth, straight 6 rear-wheel drive layout and refined suspension made it feel stable at high speeds, far more confident than its formal look suggested. It wasn't a sports car, it was a sleeper wrapped in luxury, a car that could outrun rivals while keeping its passengers in silence. But tightening emissions regulations in the late 70s created problems. The carbureted 2.8-liter engine struggled to meet new standards in several countries, and many markets began rejecting imports of this specific Crown generation. Safety requirements changed too, leaving the MS75 unable to meet updated crash structures without major redesigns. It wasn't perfect, fuel consumption was high, handling felt soft, and parts weren't cheap. But the Crown MS75 2.8 offered smooth hidden performance few expected. Today, in many regions, it sits on restricted or banned import lists, a forgotten luxury sleeper from Japan's early performance era.